Alright, I'm Hoppins. This is just a collage of some of my senior photos that I've taken so far. And here's my presentation. Alright, this is my table of contents. This is just pretty much what I'm going to be explaining to you guys. Just my work samples, my family, my friends. Alright, introduction to self. I'm 17 years old. Some of the things I like to do is wrestle. I've wrestled for 3 years, 120 pounds last year, and I usually weighed in around 113. And I like to go for a run with my buddies, Ben's one of them. And I like to spend a lot of time with family, and I like to travel. We've driven down to Vegas a couple times and back because that's where I'm from. And so, alright, I have one brother and 2 sisters. My parents have been together for 20 years. They've been together for 22. They've been married for 20. My mom's a caregiver to my 95-year-old grandpa. My dad owns a flooring company in Grants Pass, and my brother's in the Air Force. Alright, my best friends. So, just a couple of them. There's Joe Weber, Jess Quinn, and Ben Haley. Actually, he's in there too. Here's us grilling one day. Alright, some of my hobbies. I've wrestled for 3 years. I love the sport. I like driving around. I used to be really into longboarding before I got a car. And then I figured, driving's a little bit more fun. And I like to go camping. Just like to be outdoors a lot, and just like to go mudding. Alright, so high school career. I've helped with the exterior of the school, like putting up all those new blocks and stuff, and with Ben I've helped with the flags for 3 years. Extracurricular. So I've wrestled for 3 years. I played baseball my freshman year. The reason I haven't played since is pretty much just because I fell in love with wrestling, and that's pretty much what I like to do now. So. Alright, wrestling accomplishments. I made it past districts the past 2 years, made it to regionals. That's me on top, pinned the kid his senior year. It was my sophomore year. We were going back and forth all year. I mean, I pinned him, or he pinned me like maybe 8-9 times. And the last match of his life, I finally got a pin on him with 3 seconds of the match left. So I went 32-8 last year, which is pretty good. Work samples. Alright, so as I said, we made all of these. Me and Ben did actually. And we just laid the stone and put up all the flags. Alright, so my first career is I want to go in the Marines. It's something that I'm really looking into. I want to go infantry, so that's pretty much ground troops. And pretty much you have to have a high school diploma, and that's it. Alright, so you have to be in top physical condition. You have to be able to work as a team. You must be ready for a challenge and be able to face danger whenever whenever it comes. And there's pretty much always openings there. I mean, you can join whenever. So, all right. So as I said before, education required. A high school diploma is a must. It's something that you have to join the Marines. And for anything above an officer, you have to have 2 years of college. Alright, so here's my weighted information. Depending on what class you are, it goes differently, but so when I would first go in, I'd go in as a private, and I'd be getting around $1,500 a month. But what I plan to retire with, I only plan on going in between 4 to 6 years, and I would like to become a sergeant before I come out. Alright, police officer, career number 2. This is something that I want to do after the military because it gives you a pretty good shoe-in if you have a military background. Pretty much what you do is you pull people over, you have to make sure everybody's abiding by the rules and, not causing any danger to anybody. Alright, education required. You do have to have a high school diploma again, and you must graduate from the police academy. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a military background or not. And you can, like, if you want to, say, be a state trooper, you do have to go to 2 years of college. Again, just like the military. All right, future job outlook. The growth rate for a police officer will probably be below average. It pretty much goes with the population growth, depending on how many people they need. The retirement rate will be above average, and the number of retiring workers, should contribute to the job openings. All right, wage information. So this average salary for Oregon is 31,000 to 81,000, anywhere between there, depending on what city you're in or where you're at. And bonuses, every month you can get up to $4,000 in bonuses. And that's anywhere from between just doing extra stuff and, you know, just making sure everything's done on time. All right, comparing careers. So pretty much the Marines, I mean, you get the work ethics, you know, they beat the crud out of you, you know, they teach you respect and everything. And benefits are good for the Marines, you know, you get full insurance on everything, and police officer. So family time for the Marines would not be very good because, you know, you're either overseas or at boot camp. And as a police officer, you know, you'll be home more. So, and vacation time. For the Marines, they tell you when you get vacation. You don't get to choose. A police officer, depending on how, you know, like any other job, depending on how many days you work, it's up to them what vacation you get. All right, my works cited page, Oregon CIS, which is the same one that Ben used, and it's just, yeah, and Google and myplan.com. That's it.